Hey guys, what's going on? This is Mr. VP and welcome back to the channel. Today what we've got in our hands is the 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters Mothra figure. This is made by NECA and it's for the 2019 Godzilla movie. Very highly anticipated figure. I'm very curious to see the actual size of it, considering in the box it looks very small compared to Godzilla. But speaking of the box, you've got this beautiful illustration of Mothra on the front, very nice artwork. You've got the Monsterverse logo on the top left, and then Mothra's name in the bottom right. Side of the box is the same synopsis about the movie that we've seen before. Little nice blue image of Mothra there. Other side of the box has some stats about the figure, about how wide it is and how it articulates, and how it includes a display base with a support rod. Bottom of the box shows that I paid $25 for this figure at GameStop, and that it was made by NECA, and that it shouldn't be used by kids ages 0 to 3. Back of the box has a very cool picture of the figure over some buildings, and then it shows other figures and says collect them all. So you've got Rodan, you've got Blue Mothra, I guess, so maybe there's going to be a separate Mothra figure, which is very nice, I didn't realize that. And then it shows Godzilla here with the spikes lit up, so there is going to be a new Godzilla as well, not just the one that I've already shown on the channel. So that's it for the closed packaging. Now if we flip open this panel with the Velcro strip right there, you actually get to see a preview of the figure with the base. And on the left side you have a picture of it displayed as you would have it, so that's pretty cool to see that. But that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's get the Queen of the Monsters unboxed so we can take a closer look. Alright guys, so here is the Queen of the Monsters outside of her packaging, and I have to say, it's a pretty nice looking figure, although as I'm going to get to, there's definitely a big flaw with it. So we'll start with the articulation. So this has much more articulation than the Jakks-Pacific Mothra that comes in the Battle Pack, the 3-inch version. So you've got the legs, they move, you know, all the way front and backwards. And then you've got the arms, and what's interesting about this figure is it's got 4 arms, and they all are independent of each other. Now these secondary arms are just for show, they don't actually move. I mean, they're very, very pliable, very soft, so they're easy to actually manipulate by hand, but they won't stay in any position like that. A big problem with that, even though right now it seems like it's a benefit because, you know, they're soft and, you know, whatever, is as you display it, if you display it wrong or if it's in the heat for too long, it'll bend and it'll end up being misshapen like that. And unfortunately, I've had that happen to figures of mine in the past. I mean, if you look at it already, there's already a bit of a lean to this side in that secondary arm. So kind of annoying, and even you can see the leg is tilted inwards. It's just the nature of the material that they used and how there's very little of it. I mean, this is so tiny. But anyways, moving forward from that, so the front arms, the primary arms, have really good range of motion. And then moving to the secondary wings, so these smaller ones here, they do move up and down. And then the primary wings have the same up and down motion, although these have a, you know, wider range. And I should also mention that on these, this left wing is very snug, very tight, has a nice joint, so it'll pretty much stay in whatever position I put it in. However, the right side, or left side as you guys are seeing it, is a much looser joint, so it's not actually going to stay in any position except for up or down, which kind of sucks. You know, I don't want to display it in that way. I'd rather display it with the wings slightly arched up like that, but it's not going to happen unless I do some modifying to that, and I'm not sure how I would do that. Maybe use a hair dryer on it and heat up the plastic or something, but I really shouldn't have to do that on a figure that costs $25 that's this small. So as far as articulation, that pretty much wraps that up. It is nice to have the full range of motion on the wings. But where this figure really shines is the paint app. So it has a beautiful hand paint job. Like, I'm assuming it's hand painted. I mean, who knows for sure? It's probably a template that they use, but still, it looks really, really nice. The texture of the figure is really cool. You've got this like matte look to it, and you can see like individual like veining, and looks like it's supposed to be like little fur or hair. Whoops, I'll zoom that in. So the paint job is spectacular, and they use that same type of like almost like a matte finish on the main body of the figure, which looks really gorgeous here. They use that same that same paint job on Godzilla, and I think it really shines. No pun intended. But yeah, the paint is really nice. You've got this beigey, tan kind of body color, and then these this dark gray black accenting, like kind of brushed over there. You've got these gorgeous blue eyes, really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the figure. It's very small. Not sure it's worth $25 even with a really nice paint job, but I'll let you guys decide. What do you guys think? Is it worth it, or you're gonna skip this one and maybe wait for the Bandai version, or go for the Jakks Pacific version, which I will show you in comparison to this. Speaking of comparisons, let's wait for them just a second, because we'll talk about the display base, which I almost forgot about hanging in the corner there. So it's a display base. It looks pretty cool. What it looks like they've modeled this after is the facility in which Mothra is being detained, if you will, or contained. And this is the cocoon shell breaking open. That doesn't really jive well for me, because Mothra technically breaks out of this and then flies over to a waterfall, where that's where she becomes entombed. So I mean, it's a cool display, but it really doesn't make sense if you're trying to be movie accurate, I guess. So definitely pretty cool looking anyways. You've got that nice metallic silver paint job, and then you've got the broken open cocoon shell, so it does look cool. And then to connect the figure to the base, you just you fit this little ridge right around the middle of the body, and it just kind of like clicks in. Very subtle click, but it clicks. So yeah, it looks pretty good like that. Kind of looks like she's about to make her dive to protect Godzilla from King Ghidorah. Alright, let's do some comparisons. Alright, so first off, we'll show this NECA Mothra with the 2019 NECA Godzilla. I just love the paint jobs on these figures. It's so nice looking. And I mean, I suppose the scale kind of works here. I mean, in the movie, we see one scene when Mothra climbs over Godzilla. But I don't know, I just feel like these wings are way too damn big. I don't know. Maybe it's because we never actually see her, like, with her wings fully open like that. We just kind of see her, and then we see, like a mystical blue atmospheric type of shroud around her. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I mean, I guess it works. So there they are together. And next up, we'll show her with the Bandai Godzilla 2019 figure, which is about the same size as that NECA Godzilla. Okay. Next up, we will show her with the 3-inch Godzilla by Jakks Pacific. This is the Burning Godzilla from the E.T. Mothra pack, the battle pack. Okay. Next up, we'll show her with the 6-inch Rodan figure by Jakks Pacific. And believe it or not, Rodan actually, Mothra has a wider wingspan. And as far as bodies, I don't know, you guys be the judge. Is this how it was in the movie? I feel like Rodan was not that much bigger than Mothra. I mean, definitely bigger, but not that much bigger. Okay. Next up, we'll show her with the 6-inch King Ghidorah figure. King Ghidorah, also by Jakks Pacific. And that scale looks really nice because King Ghidorah is significantly bigger than Mothra. The wingspan, again, still seems way too big, but who knows. Okay. And last up, we'll show her with the 3-inch Mothra, or at least Mothra from the 3-inch battle pack with Godzilla. And I was really excited to get these figures compared because, believe it or not, I think I prefer this Jakks Pacific version. Despite the fact that it's pretty basic, the wings are just like a printed decal that are stuck on there. The body is actually bigger, very slightly bigger than this NECA version. It has pretty much no paint on the body, but it has the same nice blue eyes. And there's pretty much no articulation of it except for the wings, and I actually prefer the articulation on these wings because they're on a ball joint, so you can actually get more motion than just a flapping up and down. And you'd expect ball joints on the NECA figure, but you do not get them. So it's kind of interesting that you're going to get a better feature on a much cheaper figure. I mean, considering that this actually comes with this Godzilla figure, you know, you're basically paying less than $5 for this alone. So is this worth 5 times as much? I really don't think so. Plus, I just think the wingspan, I know I keep saying this, it's just way too big. Look at the difference. That is significant. So, yeah, I mean, what do you guys think? Am I crazy here, or am I onto something? Still a beautiful figure, but proportions just seem off. Oops. One thing's for sure, though, this thing definitely has that creepy, realistic bug look. It really does look like a giant mutated butterfly. So that's pretty cool. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know down in the comment section below, will you be picking up this NECA 2019 Mothra figure? I don't regret buying it by any means because it's definitely a beautiful figure. It's just I feel like the body should be a little bit bigger, and I wish the wings had the ball joints and that they were not quite as, the joints, I wish they weren't as loose, because I'm kind of limited in the posability of it. So please do stay tuned. Consider subscribing if you do like Godzilla content, as I will be producing even more unboxings, reviews, etc., for the new Godzilla movie. And also stay tuned because next up we are doing the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2019 figure. Cannot wait to unbox this. This will be the first ever SH Monster Arts Godzilla, or SH Monster Arts anything, that I'll be opening, because normally I buy them, but then I chicken out when it comes time to opening and displaying them because they are significantly more expensive than regular figures. But I am very eager to open this and show you guys all the posability and get it in that signature pose that he's in the movie, where he shoots up straight up into the sky, his atomic breath. So very, very excited for this. So guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.